Hey folks, Troy Dooley, and I thank you for just taking a few minutes to watch this video on Orrin Woodward. You know, it's probably not anything what you guys thought it was going to be. You know, I think we titled this, or what was it, Orrin Woodward, Guilt, Anger, Greed, Jealousy, an Outsider's Perspective. I've not been paid by Orrin, team, l.i.f.e, any former executives, any former team members. Neither camp paid me for this. I started into this research to figure out how can I bring forth something that could better the profession as an advocate. How can I help our community unite and come together? Sadly, I realize that's probably not going to happen, period. I didn't come into this to vindicate the critics and the people that hate Orrin. So if you think that's what this article is going to be about, don't even read it, because it will disappoint you. It will give you, if you hate me and you hate Orrin, it'll give you some stuff to talk about. If you are in Orrin's camp and you feel like, oh, finally somebody like Troy Dooley is going to show Orrin Woodward as the saint that he truly is. Orrin's not a saint. He's not a god. Matter of fact, sometimes he's not even a good leader. What he is an ordinary man, puts his pants on just like you and I do. When he feels like he's got a bowel movement, he's going to go sit down and take care of it. And he's somebody just like the rest of us that eventually will answer to God for his past transgressions, along with the good that he does in the world. Some of you will look at this article and you'll say, well, you don't have a clue what you're talking about because you don't know what it's like to be emotionally manipulated. You don't know what it's like to be financially devastated. In both cases, I do. Matter of fact, most people only have one bankruptcy in their life. I've had two, 1999, and I just came out and was discharged from a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. What I haven't done that some people do is I'm not blaming Orrin Woodward. I'm not blaming network marketing. I'm not blaming any individual company for my bankruptcy, for my financial woes. I over-leveraged. Now, just like you, I could blame the hurricanes because my business never picked back up. I could blame the economy because I live in a high industry where real estate is big, and when people stop making money, they can't afford their dry cleaning. We owned a dry cleaning business. I could blame BP because, you know, if they hadn't spilt all the oil, then the economy would have flourished and people could afford. I could do all kinds of stuff, but at the end of the day, I have to take responsibility. I rolled the dice. I lost. See, network marketing shouldn't be as risky as it is. I'll tell you that right now. Network marketing shouldn't just be about building communities. It shouldn't be just about pumping the business opportunity. Network marketing should be just like the bulk of direct sales, focused on selling a fair product, something that the end user can use. And in the process, you put on other independent distributors and you build a business selling product to an end user. That hasn't happened totally in what we've seen. Matter of fact, those that hate Orrin and hate Team and hate the tool business will tell you it's nothing more than a pyramid scheme. Those that love the tool business will tell you the other side has no clue what they're talking about. I believe that if nothing else, this will be an open conversation that will give people something to talk about. See, I don't care if you like Orrin or you hate Orrin. I believe that both sides have been guilty of not living up to just common everyday principles. I've got the side that hate Orrin that tell me we're not going to live by the golden rule. We want revenge. We want him to suffer like us. I've got the Orrin camp that says we're not going to live by the golden rule either because these people have hurt us, they've embarrassed us, they've lied about us, they've cheated, stolen, whatever the case is. What's the difference? He said, she said. I believe that if you love Orrin Woodward and you say you're part of Team or l.i.f.e, and that you live by the principles that he teaches and that Chris Brady teaches and their upper echelon teaches, then live by it. If you call yourself a follower of Jesus Christ, a Christian, you better do more than just live by their principles and precepts. If you're on the other camp and you hate Orrin Woodward and you think he's just the biggest monster out there, And stop hiding behind all these pseudonym and fictitious names and listening to all these fearmongers. Unite together under a leader, I don't care who it is. Contact some attorneys, contact the reporters, contact the regulatory agency, contact the DSA for all I care. I don't care who you contact. But you go find people you can trust and you share your story and you find out if you have a leg to stand on, and if you do, then take action. Because your indecisive action of saying we're afraid of Orrin Woodward, the baby god over here that manipulates and intimidates, you know what? That's just crap. I am not making light of your fear, but I am making light of the fact that you're letting him control your life even after you said we're done with t.e.a.m. So see, nobody's going to be happy with this. But I believe we've got to hold each other. If we're going to say we're part of network marketing, we're part of this community, then we have to unite and hold each other to a higher standard. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? The critics are going to have a bigger leg to stand on and a bigger leg to stand on and a bigger leg to stand on, because what they propagate now as being an industry-wide issue may just become an industry-wide issue. And one of these days, we may not have an industry called direct selling or a community called network marketing. I'm a firm believer that we have to unite, that we have to come together and say no more. We're not going to put our head in the sand and be politically correct. We're going to look at the issues and we're going to address the issues and we're going to talk about the issues. And if a business model like t.e.a.m or l.i.f.e or Monavie or Zango or any other company out there is hurting people because they don't have a viable product that's being moved to the end user, if all it is a pyramid game and we see that, then we need to discuss it. And hopefully those companies would look at their own business model and say, well, let's change some stuff. Let's focus in on what's there. If they don't, well, I can't help that. But I will not just sit idly by being politically correct because there's some big organization that might hurt me and say, no, you know, those are just negative people over there. Nope, you just don't No, I don't believe that. I believe on both sides here that there are some valid, viable issues that should be addressed. The question is, are you going to address them? See, I don't have all the documentation. I'm going to put some documentation up that we do have. And it does show there's an issue. But the question is, are you part of the issue or do you want to be part of the solution? If all you want to do is be part of the issue, then I don't have time for you. If you want to be part of the solution and we can come up with viable things that we can do to help the whole profession, the whole community, the whole industry, then great. If you show me issues that we need to address with t.e.a.m, with Orrin Woodward, that will change the lives of anybody else that's affiliated with them, then let's address that right now. Let's do everything we can to come together to fix the issues, not just slam people personally, because that does no good for anybody. Read the article if you care. If you don't care, hey, thanks for watching this far. Live life like it's an epic adventure. I'll see you at the top.